Prince Harry has lost a legal challenge over his bid to be allowed to make private payments for police protection. Harry was stripped of the security usually afforded to royal figures after he and his wife Meghan stepped down from their official roles to move to the United States. The High Court in London ruled he could not also seek a judicial review over whether to let him pay for the specialist police officers himself. With more on this, we can now join our royal correspondent Sean Coughlin, who is in the newsroom. Sean, what's the background to this?
Well, this is about Prince Harry seeking to make private contributions to the cost of his security after he stepped down as a working royal. And that raised the principle about whether individuals can actually make financial contributions like that. And the court has found that he won't be allowed to. This wasn't a full hearing of that application as such. It was a bid on his part to have a judicial review of it being turned down. And there was a hearing last week where it was debated, and he put the claim that there were situations in which people could make private contributions, but the Home Office said that might work for something like a football match where extra policing might be funded by private organisations. That wouldn't apply in a security situation with armed guards. So we've sort of established the principle that wealthy individuals can't buy security.
From the state, of course, they can privately.
Well, of course, any sort of private security will be a matter for themselves. But this involved when Prince Harry and his family came on visits to the UK. And as we've heard, they no longer have the security afforded to members of the royal family under the terms known as RAVEC, which is the committee which decides these things. So he wanted to be able to make his own private contribution to get that same police protection.
Sean, this is particularly significant because we were hearing reports of a car chase in New York involving the Sussexes, and one might argue that that highlights the fact that they are of significant interest and could be chased by the paparazzi or indeed pursued by people with malintent.
Well, that's right, and he is one of the most newsworthy figures in the world at the moment, as his wife Meghan. But I suppose that particular incident happened in New York, where he would have had his own private security, so it wasn't the same sort of thing as it would happen here. I think what it also says is that if he is coming here, as he has done several times since he stepped down as a working royal, there would still be arrangements in place. It's not as if he wouldn't have any security. He could have his own private security, but also that the police would provide appropriate security on a case-by-case basis. And we've seen him with police outriders travelling since the coronation. So I think that will possibly still be the arrangement. He'll come back, and there will be police protection, but it won't be the same level as he had before.
Sean Coughlin, thank you very much indeed.